Okay, beginning of day 6. Mentally not a great start. Just the idea that this is the longest stretch between seeing anyone and it's going to be raining today, and I don't know, I'm feeling a little physically weak too. I think I'm losing a bit too much weight, but I'm too stressed to eat. Beginning of the day, obviously, I'm not in as much pain as when I ended yesterday, but when you're mentally not doing well, you can't handle the physical as well either. Kendall just left, and this kind of well of emotions comes up, you know? Yeah. I have a few shorter days in a row, which should be either nice or not, and it's just starting to rain, so I'm gonna keep this quick. Most of the rain's supposed to come all at once, so a little worried about that, but then the sun's supposed to come out after. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. You can't see it very well in the video, but it is raining. It has been raining steadily for the first 2 hours of the hike. I'm walking in puddles. Luckily, I think my gear is staying dry. My backpack certainly is not. I haven't been able to listen to any podcasts or anything because, well, my phone's gonna get wet. Which isn't stopping me from taking videos, apparently. But, yeah, it's... Oh, and then I'm carrying 5 days of food, so my pack is about 10 pounds heavier than it was yesterday. Great. Forget old Baldy. This is the worst. I'm not going down there. I came from there. Up this entire ski hill, not a single switchback, just straight up. And the rain hasn't stopped. Embrace the suck. It'll get better. But oh no, it just keeps going. Nice view though, I guess. Also, I think the trail actually went up through the woods and I went through there. But I'm not going to worry about that. Greetings, everyone. It is about 2 p.m. Still hiking along. The weather's become great. I'm still wet, but slowly drying off. Just finished having like a mental breakdown. Yeah, so I was going down deep into the woods and I was calling Kendall. It had stopped raining by that time and I was looking for my bug spray and I took everything out of my pack. Couldn't find the bug spray, so that pissed me off. I went into the woods and there were just so many mosquitoes. So many, and I was not having a good time. I then, while talking to Kendall, all of a sudden my earbuds disconnected and would not reconnect. So I thought, oh no, that's like my most important piece of gear because it keeps me sane when I'm able to listen to podcasts and call friends and stuff. So basically I just ran to the nearest road. I literally ran. I was like in tears while I was kind of jogging with his backpack on, sliding around in all this wet mud, getting bit by mosquitoes. And well, once I got to the road, called Kendall back. She helped me kind of just relax, and we came up with a plan. But yeah, I'm feeling better now. Feeling better. I have about, I want to say, 11 or 12 kilometers left for the day, which is, not too shabby. Be done well before sundown, and that's kind of just the goal. The trail right now is amazing. If it could be like this for the rest of the day, I would love that, but I know that's not going to happen. I'll be back in the woods stumbling over rocks. But, just gotta take it day by day. Yeah, to have the good days, you need to have the bad, so. Oh, cool breeze coming through. Yeah. That's all for now. It's nice to sit with a nice view, with the sun out, and my Crocs on instead of those stinky, wet shoes and socks. I'd say my shorts and shirt are drying out pretty nicely. Shoes always take a little while longer, but that's where I'm going. That's where I was. Yeah, there was a really nice lady who came by. She was just doing a day hike, and she was just asking about what I was up to, and we were talking for a bit. And honestly, it's so nice to just meet another person on the trail when you've been alone all day, I always consider myself an introvert, but when I go out backpacking, I realize that it's not so clear cut. So, yeah. I know before I said that when I was hiking the Bruce Trail, I wasn't the person I thought I was. And that maybe I was okay with just the little adventures and not the big ones. And you know what? That hasn't actually changed. But I'm not doing this now for this big grand adventure. I'm doing it to prove to myself that I can do anything I set my mind to. With the people that I have in my life supporting me. And whether I enjoy it or whether I hate it, I'm gonna finish because I started it. It's nice to be at the top of the escarpment instead of down in with the mosquitoes. That's all I've got for today. Or not for today, for now. I'll catch up with you when I'm closer to the campsite. And this is why every once in a while you turn around, because if you're hiking forward, you're not always getting the best view. Fantastic. It's always really cool to see how different parts of nature interact. Like, this whole pond is a result of beavers. And it kind of makes you think, right? Like, if a beaver colony making a dam and creating this like natural, you would say pond. We say that's part of nature. But then we look at the stuff that we do as humans, and we kind of detach ourselves from nature instead of kind of, understanding that we are nature. It's pretty interesting. I've always kind of thought that's kind of peculiar. And it's important to kind of make the distinction between human impacts on the environment and things that, are supposed to happen for the health and benefit of ecosystems. But you can look at it one way and you can say that skyscrapers, technology, all of that might actually be part of nature, depending on how you define it. If you define us as being part of nature, if you define a beaver dam as being nature, then what's the difference between a beaver dam and the Hoover Dam? Something to chew on, something to think about. All right, so I have arrived at the John Muir Lookout in Epping. And I kind of have all my stuff spread out all over the place, letting it dry with these last few hours of sunlight. I think it'll get relatively dried out before tomorrow. And even then, it's supposed to be nice tomorrow, so that I can dry it all out at the Ambrose ORA. Here's me. I don't really know what to do with myself with these last few hours. I can't really set up my tent yet because there are some construction vehicles over there. So, this is still a really nice place that I want to set up at. I'll kind of go into some of those trees over there, if you can see them. But, yeah, hopefully I don't wake up to people coming into work and they just see me camping out over here. Yeah, I'm just bored, honestly. That's all I got.